The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
This is Homer. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
Isaiah Simmons on the tackle. It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And he finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Going on the ground with Homer. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
The ball carrier.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 38-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. They'll run this with Homer. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
The ball carrier.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Able to get this to Gordon. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. And his pass incomplete.
Wilson.
So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive.
Now 3rd down and less than a yard.
Tossing this out wide to Dallas. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers.
A 31-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good.
His kick.
And that will tie us at 3-3.
That ties the game at 3-3.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find one to get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Take over 1st and 10 at their own.
So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, Try to get the #1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way. But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing now is Murray. This one complete to Christian Kirk.
Murray's
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 46-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Murray a give. This is Drake. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
The ball carrier. The tackle made at the 47-yard line.
On 3rd and short, Drake. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
He's across midfield.
Kenyon Drake last year versus Cleveland, absolutely unstoppable. Ran for 137 yards. Remember, 4 touchdowns in the Cards' 38-24 win in Week 15. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. It was Alton Robinson that time on the tackle. These two teams all tied after one.
The score tied 3-3.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. He's going to drop this one down to Bernard. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal. And I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see.
1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And this a quick slant to Lockett. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks. From the gun, it's Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. They had 2 straight 1st downs, now a gain of 9 to set up 2nd and 1. They'll run with Dallas. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as they have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And it is up.
The kick is good.
And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And this will be a touchback, no return from Isabella.
At their own 20.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Shotgun now for Murray.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup. Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray, and he finds the tight end, Reed. Murray, 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
It's a gain of 8. And it brings up 3rd down.
Now Drake. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
This defense is really fooling around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the 2nd quarter. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice game.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
7 yards there and a first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now Wilson on first down. Buying time to his left. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Now they try the right side here. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down at near the 47. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and
from the gun. Wilson. Left side complete to Lockett. And he'll get it down here to the 43. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Wilson now off the bootleg.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
4 yards on the pickup.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. This throw complete. Wilson finding Lockett. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
To Tyler Lockett. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd.
Wilson will throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Is on for the field goal. A 51-yard attempt.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3.
Cardinals 3.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talking about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Hopkins.
Murray's pass.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. And that will be incomplete.
Murray's pass intended for Andy Isabella.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 35 yards that time on the punt, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm, throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues. On 1st down, Wilson. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Another try after the 1st down sack. Wilson dancing to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards.
And 4.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
1st and 10.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
After the turnover, here's Murray. He'll go over the middle to Reed, complete. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Throwing again on second down. Murray, that ball complete to Isabella. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Murray now on first down, and Reed with it over the middle. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and CD in a minute. First, it's time to take a look at what we've got coming your way this weekend in the NFL. In the early window, we'll have our eye on that game in Jacksonville. The Jaguars going to need to be on their A game as they'll have to contend with the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. In the late afternoon games, one to keep an eye on for sure will be in Minneapolis, where it'll be the Vikings taking on the Dallas Cowboys. And then finally, a good one on Monday Night Football between the LA Rams and the Tampa Bay Bucks. In our game has been Russell Wilson, who was dynamic, as usual, in that first half. His guys have the lead, as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry. Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game. I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there. Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be fourth down. One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there. Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he's on to punt for the fourth time tonight. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They've dropped 4 straight games coming into this one, remember, but they have the lead here. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at about the 32. He'll throw from the gun. He'll get that complete to Parkinson. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this play a lot like the previous one, thanks to that stout Cardinal defense. Back-to-back, they've been tackled behind the line.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a gain of 15. 1st down, Seahawks.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well,
he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
2nd and 12 now at the 44-yard line. Throwing is Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 37. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
1st and 10.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
Now Myers for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Kenyon Drake in Week 16 last year against these Seahawks had a career day, 166 yards rushing, a couple of touchdowns as well, as the Cardinals won in Seattle 27-13. First down, Bernard. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. A gain of 3, second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second.
From the gun, Murray trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
That's good.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the interception by the Seahawks D leads to a touchdown.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
The Cardinals take over first and 10.
The football going back over to Arizona now. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it first and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Steps away to his left. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with second and a yard.
Second and 1 at the 31-yard line.
On second down, it's Drake. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. A gain of 4 yards. And a Cardinal first down.
Murray now. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jordan Brooks in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man.
I think we've seen this before. If someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. They'll run with Drake. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Murray. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. It'll be a 39-yard punt, give him a good 10 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. DK Metcalf of the Seattle offense about set to take over once again. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that a mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Wilson. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
He was brought down by Patrick Onwuasor. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory.
He's across midfield.
Jordan Hicks, 3rd in the NFL in tackles a year ago, there to make the play. Again, it's Homer. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run here with Dallas. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
He's brought down at the 31. That's a gain.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Cardinals' 12-yard line.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Coverage by Byron Murphy.
To throw is Wilson from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football.
Complete to Travis Homer. A fumble on the play.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. This is caught. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
To throw is Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of the credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will make it into the end zone. And this will be a touchback. No return from Isabella.
At their own 25.
The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
Incomplete.
To throw again, Murray. And he finds the tight end, Reed. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A Cardinal first down, Murray to Hopkins.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Check
Throwing on first down is Murray. This one caught by Isabella. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
To throw again on second down. Murray. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
We've been around this league for a while. Many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And that is incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Well, being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. They'll run on first down with Dallas.
DJ Dallas.
Tackle made by Marcus Golden. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. From the gun, Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. Wilson. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
4th down, here's Wilson. And able to find Dorsett. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Travis Homer at the ball carrier.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 14-yard line.
So the victory here for Seattle. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Seahawks, it's a win they needed, if for nothing else in their sanity, as they move to 4-6. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. Thanks for tuning in, everybody.